What shotshell should I use for sporting clays? If you are gearing up for a day of sporting clays and wondering what shotshell to choose, you are in the right place. Let's break down the essentials to help you make an informed decision. When selecting a shotshell for sporting clays, several factors come into play. First up is gauge selection. The most common gauges are 12 gauge, 20 gauge, and 28 gauge. The 12 gauge is the most popular choice. It offers power and versatility for various shooting conditions. If you prefer lighter recoil, the 20 gauge or 28 gauge might be better options. The 28 gauge is less common but is appreciated for its balance of light recoil and effective patterning. Next, let's talk about shot size. For sporting clays, Birdshot is the go-to option. The most common shot sizes are number 7.5 to number 9. Number 7.5 is often favored because it provides a good mix of pellet, count and energy to break clays reliably. Smaller pellets like number 8 or number 9 create denser patterns but may lack the energy needed for tougher clays or longer shots. Now, consider shot weight. Typical shot weights for sporting clays range from 24 grams to 28 grams. Lighter loads around 24 grams are great for beginners or training. They reduce recoil, making it easier to track and follow the clay targets. More experienced shooters might prefer the standard 28-gram loads for maximum pattern density. Velocity is another important factor. Standard velocity shotshells usually have a muzzle velocity around 1,200 to 1,300 feet per second. This range balances pellet energy and recoil. High-velocity shells above 1,300 feet per second can offer flatter trajectories, which some fast shooters prefer. However, higher velocity often comes with increased recoil, which can affect comfort and follow-up shots. For beginners, standard or slightly faster velocity shells with lighter loads are recommended. Lastly, let's touch on shot material and case type. Lead birdshot is traditional and effective, but it may be restricted in some areas due to environmental regulations. Steel or other non-toxic shot materials are alternatives but requiring slightly larger shot sizes to match the performance of lead. Shotshell cases also vary. Some shooters prefer lightweight polymer cases for reduced recoil and smoother cycling in semi-automatic shotguns. For practical recommendations, beginners should consider a 12-gauge or 20-gauge shotshell with a 24-gram load, number 7.5 shot size, and standard velocity. This setup offers manageable recoil and good target visibility. Intermediate to advanced shooters might opt for a 12-gauge with a 28-gram load, number 7.5 shot size, and standard velocity for optimal performance. If you prefer lighter guns or less recoil, a 20-gauge or 28-gauge with similar shot sizes and weights can be effective. In summary, the ideal shotshell for sporting clays balances effective pellet spread, sufficient energy to break clays, and recoil that suits your comfort and skill level. The 12-gauge with number 7.5 birdshot, 28 grams shot weight, and standard velocity is widely recommended, but lighter gauges and loads are excellent for training and less recoil-sensitive shooters.